The seven wonders of the ancient world were man-made structures of the classical era, first known as stemata, Greek for things to be seen. However, there is much debate on whether or not these works of art and architecture even existed at all. Still, that does not mean we cannot appreciate them as products of human creativity. This list was created by a Greek historian, Herodotus, about 2,000 years ago, and were created by Egyptian, Persian, and Babylonian societies. The first of these would be the Great Pyramid at Giza in what is now Cairo, Egypt. They were built between 2700 BC and 2500 BC and are the only wonders of the ancient world still standing today. The Great Pyramid is the largest of three pyramids built in the ancient city of Giza. What is especially interesting about this pyramid is that each side is oriented to one of the cardinal points, which would have been nearly impossible considering the technology used to build the pyramids. Next would be the Hanging Gardens of Babylon in Al-Hila, Iraq. They were built around 600 BC by a king for his lover Amytis. They rested on tall stone columns rising as high as 75 feet in the air, and were destroyed in an earthquake around the 1st century BC. Next would be the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus in Selçuk, Turkey. They were built around 550 BC and 350 BC, and were 3 times the size of the Parthenon. They were used as a marketplace and a place for worship. According to legend, they were burned down on July 21st, 356 BC, the same night that Alexander the Great was born. However, more than one temple has been built as they kept burning and being rebuilt on the same spot. The statue of Zeus at Olympia in Greece was built by Greek sculptor Phidias around 450 BC. It was a statue of Zeus decorated richly with gold and ivory. Zeus sat on a wooden throne inlaid with jewels, holding a statue of a Greek goddess and a scepter with an eagle atop. It was moved and destroyed in a fire in 462. The mausoleum of Halicarnassus in southwestern Turkey was designed by Greek architects Satyrus and Phidias around 353 BC. They were elaborate tombs for King Mausolus ordered by his wife and sister Artemisia upon his death. She died 2 years later and her ashes were entombed along with his. They were destroyed in an earthquake in the 13th century. The Colossus of Rhodes in Greece is a 110-foot statue honoring the Greek sun god Helios. It is the tallest of the ancient world, built between 292 and 280 BCE. They stood for 56 years until an earthquake destroyed it in 226 BC. Last but not least is the Lighthouse of Alexandria in Pharos Island, Alexandria, Egypt. It was the world's first lighthouse, designed by Sastratos, a Greek architect around 270 BC. It used mirrors to reflect sunlight for miles during the day, and at night a fire burned to give off light. However, it was destroyed by earthquakes in a series of earthquakes from 956 to 1480. These structures continue to be the source of amazement and inspiration for many people. To find more information on any of these, you can visit sites such as travelchannel.com, National Geographic, History, or even Discovery, and have been made into many documentaries. Thank you for listening.